How to make a woman desire you, even if she's not interested. Vertical bar, female psychology. Here's something that might sting a little. That woman who seems completely uninterested in you, she's not rejecting you. She's rejecting the version of you she's seen so far. And that distinction is everything. Because according to research from Harvard Social Cognition Lab, women form their initial impression of a man within the first 7 seconds. But here's the twist. That impression can be completely overwritten by specific psychological triggers that most men have absolutely no clue exist. I'm about to hand you the exact blueprint that can flip a woman's perception from absolutely not to wait. There's something about him. And no, this isn't manipulation. This is evolution. This is psychology. This is what we as women actually respond to, whether we admit it publicly or not. Now, before you assume this video is about cheap tricks or cringeworthy pickup lines, let me stop you right there. I'm a woman, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happens inside our minds when attraction suddenly shifts. Because yes, it shifts. It's not fixed. The woman who friend-zoned you last month, the one who seems completely cold. She's operating on psychological programming that's been refined over thousands of years. And once you understand how that programming works, you become dangerous in the best possible way. Here's what most men get. Catastrophically wrong. They think attraction is about looks, money, or saying the right thing at the right time. Wrong. Attraction for women is an emotional experience. It's not logical. It's not a checklist. It's a feeling that builds or doesn't based on very specific triggers. I'm going to break down the psychology behind female desire in a way that no one has explained to you before. And I'm going to share something near the end of this video that completely changed how I understood my own attraction patterns. It was uncomfortable to admit, but it explained every single time I developed feelings for someone I initially had zero interest in. But first, we need to address the elephant in the room. Why not interested doesn't mean what you think it means. Let me tell you about my friend Megan. She met this guy at a networking event. His name was Derek. And her exact words after meeting him were, and I quote, "He's nice, but there's nothing there." Classic not interested energy, right? Fast forward 6 months. Megan and Derek are engaged. What happened between nothing there and engagement ring? This is where it gets interesting. See, when a woman says she's not interested, what she's really saying is based on the information I currently have, I don't feel attraction. That's it. It's a present tense statement, not a permanent verdict. And the information she's working with is almost always incomplete. Dr. Helen Fisher, a biological anthropologist who spent over 40 years studying romantic love, found something remarkable. The brain's reward system, the same system that responds to food, music, and yes, desire, doesn't get triggered by static qualities. It gets triggered by unpredictability, emotional fluctuation, and novelty. In simple terms, a woman's brain doesn't build attraction to someone who's completely figured out. It builds attraction to someone who keeps her guessing just enough. Derek didn't become more handsome over those 6 months. He didn't suddenly get wealthy. What he did was become psychologically interesting to Megan in ways she couldn't quite explain. And by the time she realized what was happening, she was already invested. This brings me to the first major principle you need to understand. Psychologists call it the uncertainty hypothesis of attraction. And honestly, when I first learned about this research, I was annoyed because it explained way too much about my own romantic history. Here's the study that changed everything. Researchers at the University of Virginia told female participants that several men had viewed their social media profiles. One group was told the men liked them a lot. Another group was told the men rated them as average. And a third group, they were told it was uncertain the men might like them a lot or they might just think they were okay. Guess which group felt the most attraction to the men? The uncertain group, by a significant margin. The women in the uncertain condition reported thinking about the men more often, checking their phones more frequently, and rating them as more desirable, all because they didn't know where they stood. This is crucial. When a woman knows exactly how you feel about her from the first interaction, when you're an open book showing all your cards, her brain literally has less reason to think about you. You've eliminated the mystery, you've removed the tension. And before anyone accuses me of telling you to play games, let me be clear. This isn't about being manipulative or cold. It's about not being desperate. It's about being genuinely engaged in your own life rather than making her the center of it before she's even earned that position.